Taco said they want a ceasefire to pick up their boys, and we left it and left.
I think it still counts as
No,
encountering it.
no.
The whole no one for the squad shot after
No.
the negotiation was made. No,
That was way before.
And they were here,
You try to give it to me now, see what happens. I think cops be lying to him too, tell him a whole different story.
Something's going on, man.
Cops bait shit and then act like fucking victims. Actually, let me put these
100%.
seats up. Hold on.
I noticed like he might not have the whole situation, and then he just be getting mad.
Yeah, look like we just ran up and shot cops. You know what I'm saying? But these cops be like sitting there. We're in a meeting, mind our own business, and then they'll be coming through like. All right, you can give it to me now.
There's 20. Let me see if I can give you the rest. Oh yeah, you got it. Perfect.
My car went out literally at the start.
But you're saying you got shot after the ceasefire, after we were getting our guys, but I don't know.
No. There's no way, cause Taco. There's no way. There's no way. Unless somebody told him something on the radio, but when
got shot during the ceasefire.
When the
Right, then maybe that was maybe we have to look at because that weren't us.
100% when the cops
You
came
didn't
down
shoot
and was
after the ceasefire, right?
No. Zakid,
Yeah.
Curtis, and Taco was with were over our bodies.
Yeah.
That's when they pulled up to our bodies.
Who negotiated the ceasefire?
Nobody.
Who? No. Well, Fu just said we want a ceasefire. Then like they were yelling out like
Taco
ceasefire.
said it
ceasefire.
over radio, so we were all like, just okay.
The fool waved down Taco, and Taco was in front of our body
Yeah.
on the train tracks, and then that Zakid and Curtis were there too. So there was no shooting after that.
I was in like a back
No,
alleyway.
nobody called nobody. Carter only person that called was Carter, and Carter called me, but I was down. So none of these cops reached out to any of these guys to cease fire or anything. So
Taco just told us on radio, like,
What you say?
Stop shooting the ceasefire.
What'd you say, Colt?
Who did the ceasefire?
it was
Which one of you was negotiating it?
We didn't though. No one is as we were saying. No one negotiated. Fu was just saying we want to do a ceasefire. We don't know how to get in contact with him. And I think Taco just overheard them yelling that out or something. Taco overheard something, and then he called on the radio to us that it was a ceasefire. So
I know.
we
And I
learned from
said everyone
Taco.
just move. Everyone just leave.
But this was after you got shot, Colt. So
Yeah.
I don't know if the officer told you that he ceased fire before, but that was way after you got shot, by the way. When Fu told Taco, because they were talking to us on the ground and saying it, but we're like, well, we couldn't really talk because we're on the ground. So, and then Fu yelled, and then Taco was in that area, and then he told Taco, and then Taco was like, all right, put their bodies in our car, and then that's what's up. But you was shot already before that, so there's definitely a miscommunication.
Like 5 minutes before that.
Yeah, so there was definitely a miscommunication. I don't know if a cop told you that, but that's not what happened from our side.
Okay. And then let me ask this other question then. Do we really think that we're out of gas is enough to fucking just shoot cops in an alley?
No.
No.
See,
No,
this is the thing, right? So we was in a meeting in K-Town with some other gangs. We come out of K-Town, we have 8 cops surrounding us.
All off record.
Pull us over, and we're like, what is going on? Oh, pull over. They go after someone else. Then we pull down the street. They say this car was in a race, and they're feloniously stopping us. We're like, this car hasn't even been raced all day. Then one cop jumps out and puts a tracker on our car. I've got a warrant that's probably 1,000 months right now. Suarez has one. So we're like, maybe they're after us for the warrant. And the cops were like, yo, they want that action, so we gonna give them that action. So we did a head punk, like, hey man, we out of gas to fool them, and then we popped off. But I don't know why they acting like they're innocent, like they didn't come at us with 8 cars while we were minding our
Guns
business.
on lap, everything.
Like
everyone get your guns on lap. We're gonna get them here.
Guys. Having warrants isn't minding your business. That means you haven't minded your business in a while.
Yeah, but if we have warrants, then they gotta expect that we're not gonna go. I'm not going to jail for 1,000 months.
say something. Just don't say, because what ends up happening is I'm trying
But
to
no,
get
we were talking the whole.
no,
No, we were
respect.
talking
We had a
the whole
whole
time in Little's
conversation.
though.
We had a whole conversation
talking
with these
for
guys
15,
for
20 minutes.
half an hour. It
Yeah,
was.
I know, but still, if you're having a full conversation and you said I'm out of gas, and then you start shooting, still that
that's-
doesn't set
that's
a good
just so they-
expectation.
That's to bait them in so they run into it.
Fucking God. That's what I'm talking about. They have no indication they're going to get shot at all, and then they're just getting shot. You know, they're trying to give you guys grace.
Grace with 8 fucking unit, like 8 people. I don't know.
So okay, I get what you. So in
you expect them to come with 2 units to try to arrest you for your
so,
one warrant?
but
Yeah, and you expect us to give them like an advantage though, like when they already have one?
It's not about an advantage or disadvantage.
Or criminals, right? We wanna make sure we get out of there.
It's about I'm trying to get the cops to treat you with respect,
Mm.
right? That's what I'm doing right now. And
Okay.
if you're going to treat them with disrespect, it's very hard for me to fulfill that mission. And it is disrespect to not have at least some unspoken code.
So I get what you're saying. In sense, you're basically saying like, if we're gonna, you know, pop it off with them, just be like to them, like,
You
listen.
have to like cops. You do not have to like cops, Zaki. Stop being fucking stupid for 2 fucking seconds. It's not about liking cops or not liking cops. It's the fact that we have a lot of tools at our disposal that we don't use. Do you want me to start using them?
No, I get what you're saying, but I feel like a lot of these cops are like manipulating a story to fool you, because at the end of the day, these motherfuckers will just be like showing up to the scenes. They be 13 a.m. Like I just talked to Carter. Carter's like, yeah, we had 8 and we had 2 ready set up.
I just literally chewed their fucking whole asses
Colt,
up
let's be
over
honest. How
that.
many times you yell at these motherfuckers every day, every week? You come in and you.
Not that much. I haven't had to yell at anyone since. I have not been on a daily yelling at these people.
I'm not saying daily, but you've told these guys enough where they should know. But I feel like these guys are like, oh, all we're gonna do is get yelled at, and that's it. There's no like, they'll just show up on multiple scenes, and then it's like, oh well.
But what is the problem you're saying here? Is because they 13-8'd?
No, it's not. It's not.
Didn't
It's
cause that big of a problem.
It's no. It's like I'm not using that as a one thing. There's a numerous amount of things. Like we had a cop hostage the other day, 2 cops hostage. They open up fire and start shooting us, and then all of it is like, well, go to jail and deal with that shit somewhere else. Like their attitude sucks when it comes to that. Like so now when they get met with certain aggression, and it doesn't go their way, they act like victims. That's my whole point. It's like, okay, well, we give you respect, but then when some shit happens and it's like, oh well, that's not our problem.
I don't know that, based on what I just heard, I don't know if that's respect.
What you
To be
mean?
honest, like
What would you say?
I still don't think that.
No, because
what
that's-
you open up on them is right.
No, I get what
think that's shit.
I get what you're saying from just that standpoint, but there's also a build up of just constant shit. So there's a reason why.
But if you were just going to use that build up, Zolo, now as I'm here trying to fix this shit with other people and putting like a lot of time into it, and you're going to keep being on that level, is I'm going to fix shit, but I'm going to fix shit in a way that gives them a lot more tools to do with the shit you're doing, because you're escalating it. And we can't get into this thing of police escalate, criminals escalate, police escalate, criminal escalate. At the end of the day, I know you guys are criminals. You're not going to like cops. I don't expect that for a second, right? What I do expect is that we have to respect the fact that there's always going to be cops. There's always going to be big criminal gangs, right? Not you, it's someone else.
Correct.
And we got to know there's got to be some unspoken respect, you know, on certain things for us to be able to coexist. You are a necessary evil in the world, just as well as you see me and everyone with me is a necessary evil in the a necessary evil in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not us, something else. You know what I mean?
right.
I get what you're saying, and I agree from what you're saying from that perspective. But where's when the cops do all this bad shit and we go to jail for a certain amount of months, 400 months, and it's like, oh well, just who do we talk to at that point? Because there's no repercussions for them in that sense. I'm not saying every cop does that, because there's great cops, but there's a lot of cops. I get what you're saying. Well, if they escalate, then you escalate, then they escalate, then you escalate. It's just an ongoing situation, but they came out on 10 from the start. And I don't think they were saying we had warrants. I'm just using that as maybe the grace of saying maybe they think we had warrants because they didn't even see who we was in there. We rolled down and they were set up.
They were hunting you.
Well,
so
I mean, the thing is though, they pulled over my car, but I have fake plates on it, and they said their reason for the stop was for street racing, that this car was being used in street racing, and I never raced at all this morning or at all today, you know. And that's what they're saying, they pulled a vehicle over.
Someone told you that. Someone told you they're pulling you over for street racing.
100%, 110%.
Antoine and his colleague, I mean, they were all there, like, listening.
While having guns out, while running up with a tracking device, trying to track the car. Like, what do you think's gonna happen?
He hopped out with the GPS launcher to launch it at us. I mean, then we pulled off, and then we pulled back over to stop and talk because we said we wanted to talk to see what's going on here. They were saying, let's talk. So we pulled over and talk, and we asked him, what's the reason for getting pulled over? And he said, oh, we've seen this vehicle in street racing. And then I started to question, like, because I genuinely never street raced at all today. And they said, okay, well, fuck the street racing. We just need to, what did he say, guys? He said, like, identify you or something like that. I'm not sure. But I had fake plates on the car, changed the paint color of it this morning as well. I mean, I did all those steps to avoid, the heat of having a warrant. So I don't know how it went from, like, we 100%.
Yeah, and they come out the car, gun on laps, and listen, I'm all cool with all that shit. Like, they can be aggressive, but you're gonna get met with aggression. So I guess next time if that happens, it's gonna be like, hey guys, if you guys keep doing this, we're gonna shoot you. We're gonna shoot. I'm gonna say 100 times, so they could go set up and go on roofs and shit.
100 times, at least like giving an escalation to the situation, so that people at least have an idea that it's going there.
Yeah, and at our and I get what you're saying, but just at our point of view, we was just setting up an ambush, and the ambush is supposed to be blindsided. But I get what you're saying. From now on, I'll let them know.
Yeah, just give something, because like just stopping and saying you're out of gas is not enough to just unload on people. I don't give a shit. You guys might have a code word. It probably seems cool to you. I'll tell you something. The PD have a lot of things they can do that they don't do. I don't want to go there because
they do a lot as well. It's like
you want to see what the PD can and should be doing.
I mean, I'm down for whatever. That's not my point. My point is, I feel like they escalated when, like I said, they're trying to track the car, shoot the car. Is that not like?
Is that so bad? Would you rather that I allow the 40 cops to go the first shot you shoot down and just trickle in over and over and over again?
Well,
Like for me, that's not what happened today.
They've been
there was 40 cops around, and they could have done it.
Okay, I'm overreacting a little bit. I've been overreacting a little bit, but they've been triggering a lot of. They've been forgetting numbers a lot for some reason, but that's neither here or there.
They're forgetting numbers by like 2 or 3 or 4. It's not forgetting numbers by like 30, 40. Like
yeah. No, I got you.
Is that like that's where it starts to go, guys? It's like it turns to okay. Well, now we just have to let all the PD go. Okay, they have a warrant. Let's knock down their door every time they have a warrant. Let's use exigent circumstances. Like it goes to these places, and it goes to, oh, well, let's not have a conversation. Let's completely trick them, and then just jump them with 10 officers that we hide in an alleyway. It turns into that shit, which, if you think a tracker is bad, I would argue that all of that's things like that are put in place as an alternative to these things that...
It's weird, chat, because we do that with Mr. K all the time.
We're just going to keep putting the line down where the PD can't do anything?
But no one's saying they can't do nothing. But at that point, like I said, if 8 PD cars pull up over a traffic stop of a questioning about racing of a car that didn't have the same plate, didn't have the same color, they sat there saying, "Everybody get your guns out! Everybody get your guns out!" over radio in front of the car, knowing what that's gonna call. They knew what they were doing off the rip.
I'll look into how they did the ID, but to say like. More than anything, it sounds like a really bad attempt at their point to like trick you.
Yeah, no, listen, Colt, I don't want you to be like, tell these guys like, we like their aggression, we like the fuck shit. I don't want them to be toning down on what they gotta do. If they gotta do what they gotta do, but also, I just want them
What
to.
happens when we get offended about everything? And
No,
that's the
no, no.
problem.
I don't want.
They're getting offended over a tracker.
No, it's not that. It's
No, offended is a wrong term. I don't think that's right because you guys are getting offended that you got shot down because
Yeah.
you drove for a shootout. Is that not the same principle?
Am I offended?
all right.
I don't know. Am I?
Mm.
I don't. I'm not offended.
It
I'm-
sounds
I'm-
like I'm
I'm-
trying to work through an issue, Zakid, but if you want to be a bitch, then
No, I'm not being a bitch. Is it not this? Is that not the same thing?
Oh my gosh.
Zakid. Those are very different things.
I don't. Yeah,
I
I don't think they are.
But Cole, all I'm saying is, okay, I'm not telling you to tone down on no fuck shit. Let them do what they want. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't want them to be Pikachu when they do get shot. And I understand what you're saying. Next time I'll, maybe, hey, I'm out of gas is not enough. And you're right. Next time we'll adjust that from our side. But just, they also got to understand that if they do come with aggression, it's going to turn into something. And they need to eat that if it doesn't go their way as well.
I don't think anyone has a problem with that at all, Zolo. It's
Yeah.
about knowing that we're getting to the point of that aggression. I think that's the issue that we have right now is like, if you guys are just going to go and say, I'm out of gas and start shooting, we got 2 officers down right off at the beginning of an encounter without us even being able to know that aggression has changed, right? You're taking advantage of the situation. Essentially. 10 officers on these things for a reason, right?
All right.
If this is the way it's going to be, then it needs to be like 16, to be honest with you. Or it needs to be no limit. And we just need to say trash all the limits that we put in place to try to limit the aggression officers can bring, because it gets fucking stupid. Now, other people understand this, but for some reason, like, my friction point is with you guys. And it's always on the weekend.
What do you mean? You guys like keep saying that, but we literally
I
just
shot
had
the
a
most cops when I'm
with K. We had a shoot. We literally had a shootout with K and literally said, "Hey, we're stuck. Our car's out," and turned around and shot the cop.
Yeah,
so I don't know
hell?
why we the little guys get all the bullshit, bro.
Who said Kay
I
was
ain't no little guy. I'm a thug.
I'm a thug. I'm just saying, like you said, it always happens around the weekend. So you implying something?
I'm implying that this problem happens a lot more on the weekends than it does any other time. It's
I'm
when
not around on the weekends. The first weekend I've been
all the
around.
daddies aren't home and grandpa, Vinny.
What?
I'm only
Yeah,
around
bro, when-
Sunday, so
If that's the case, when Daddy's around, Daddy's the one doing the shooting. We just fucking have to tag along.
No, daddy.
No,
has-
Daddy be gunning down everyone. I just have to fucking sit there and help him out. I don't gun down
Daddy-
anyone.
CG daddy and PD daddy on the same page on a lot of things. Y'all aren't.
Nah, that's cap. That's
nah,
cap.
that's that.
Oh, that's
no
cap.
I'm not
way.
going. I'm not going to let
No
that. I
way.
will strongly disagree with you. Acting like we just wild and reckless on the weekends. I only wake up on Sundays. The kids around Sunday. We hold down
It's
the
the first
weekends.
Sunday I've been around in fuck knows how long. I'm never around on the
It's
weekend.
mostly Suarez.
Yeah, okay.
How's the
okay,
most
fair enough.
Suarez?
Valid. Because I'm never around on weekends. So if it's Suarez, hey, that's Suarez.
No, I'm not
Definitely-
gonna let the
and
blame
definitely
just fall all on me.
Ace
Okay, we'll
I
blame
heard it.
Suarez. I'm down for that.
What the hell?
That's not
Just
Suarez.
because you're off with someone, for half the day up on a mountaintop somewhere doesn't mean I don't see you too.
Mmm. I'm a good boy.
Okay.
I will say though, I do have one thing that I want to say is like, with the number thing that you talked about, it seems as though like imagine we had more. I feel like we get fucked for it, but like you know what I mean, fucked. Like I'm on a vacation type shit. But is that the same thing with cops, or is it just like, oh fuck? Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Just
I
because
know
you
if it
don't
would
think
just
it
be like,
is.
oh fuck, they had more. Whoopsie doo.
A lot of times it's not the people's fault that
Yeah.
contribute to it is the problem. It's the person who hits a 13A or does something else, and that's who goes.
And I don't know if I agree with like they need more cops. Like, do you just not want like people ambushing people? Like, because
No, it's
Just
just
about
what I
it
said.
needs to be even. It needs to have an
I-
even field, and
yeah, but I feel
criminals
like
always
it's still
shoot
is. Maybe they
first.
just need to like be smarter, like more tactical.
Well, that's part of it.
Bro, he has
Curtis.
no
know
idea
what I mean?
scorpions have just hit the
Yeah.
fucking streets. If you think it's bad now, oh my
Bro,
god.
we don't
wait till
even
all these
shoot on the
gangs pull up
weekend,
with
bro. We
scorpions.
shoot every day with K. Like, I
Wait
don't
until everyone
understand.
hops out with these scorpions, bro. Like,
That's why I don't understand, chat. Why we get the shit. The guys that like the peanuts, the keys, the Zos, we just get the shit, man. And we're like really out here just like doing shit.
You know what I mean?
Anyway, the reality here is.
But good
is
talk
that,
though, Lord.
Yeah, yeah.
every scene because cops have to make the move. That's the reality of it.
I mean, we get fucked a lot. I'll be honest. Like this is not something that happens. Oh, at least when I'm
fucked a
involved,
lot?
at least a lot of
I get
a lot of
fucked all
people
the
go
time.
down. Yeah,
I go to
like,
jail and get fucked.
because there's like a lot of cops like
I
on the
love jail.
outskirts or whatever that just chill and then they come in when the shit starts, right?
Thank
so
you,
they're
puppy.
like there because that's why they already have like 8 or 10. You know what I mean?
You get fucked a lot, Curtis?
Oh yeah, baby, you fucking know it.
Jesus, this is
Well,
I don't,
Oh,
I think by your criminal record, you've gotten fucked twice in. 4
Yeah, I
months.
don't. Yeah, because I'm I try to be smart about shit.
That's because he wipes the fucking police. He's a
I
monster.
don't do that. I
He's
don't
a
do
mon-
that. I
agree.
don't do
He
that.
does get
I never
fucked.
said that.
I get fucked all the time. I'm always gonna fucking jail.
Bro,
I
I
don't
get
care. That's what
fucked.
I'm saying.
Criminal
Listen, my
record,
point
I
is,
would say indicates he does indeed get fucked.
yeah, but that's because I
And
don't.
without
I'll
losing.
take an L. I'll listen. I don't, bro. Bring 15. I'm down for that shit. I love that shit, baby. Bring a fucking tank.
okay. Minus the tank.
all right.
Maybe
No
not.
tanks,
Yeah,
please,
relax,
man. No
You do
buzzers,
in the
no
run of the
tanks.
day, I would argue that Zolo, you don't get fucked at all. You have an average of 10 to 30 months, and with the amount of activity you do in a run of a day, having less than you've been to jail 8, 12, 14 times with an average of doing 10 to 25 months in jail. You have gone over 30 months twice. No, sorry, 3 times. One
What?
for 50, one for 82, and one for 140.
That's cap.
On all
I go.
those, you got 25% reduction. Oh, it's not cap because it's written in front of you.
Wait. Every time I go to jail, it's over 100
It's because the
months.
I don't know. Do you see like the hot guns?
So
too,
he's
or
pulled
no?
out
I mean,
the
there's hot
spreadsheet,
guns as
mate.
well,
He's
right?
got the
Oh my God.
statistics. You're fucked.
No, it's facts though. I've never been to jail for 30 months. I wish. I'll be going to jail every day.
Okay. Let's
Bro's got
do
the
this
X,
exercise.
bro.
May
He's got the
16th,
X.
18 months, $937. On the 16th of May, 18 months, $937.
I don't believe you. What
And
time was that at, please?
On May 16th, another one for that. Oh, no, it's the same one.
Oh, so it's the same-
then
it's the
May 16th, another one. Oh, here's your biggest one. 142 months with 19,875.
But did you hear what you
Get
just?
fucked one time.
No. Cole, you just said May 16th 4 times. So they were all the same charges.
They were,
but
they were on the same thing.
yeah, so I went to jail for 200
For
months.
them. You went to jail for 175 months.
200 months. We'll round it up. So what are we saying here?
Are we trying to talk and being accurate or what?
No, I'm just
Then
saying you're
on May
moving the
11th
you're moving the
hold on,
goalposts, right?
No,
Hold
I'm
on.
not. I'm
said
telling
round
you
it up.
exactly your criminal record.
You're moving the
Then the only other time you got fucked was this 240 months I referenced, which was on May 11th. That was 240 months and 30,500.
That shit hurt. That
Then
shit hurt.
outside of that, 35 months, 30 months, 25 months, all of these are on different days, all throughout April. Then for March, it's 26 months, 30 months, 26 months. And there, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then you got like 150 month, $4,000 fine in March. Oh, you guys do not get fucked.
I just got a
dreaming.
it was like an
Yes.
80K fine, I think.
I'm just saying.
I
like,
never
I'm-
claimed
but
I
it
got
got
fucked.
knocked
I'm always
down
down to
to
talk
like
about this,
60
but like I
something.
said, I'm ready for some fights, bro. If you won't make it harder, I'm down. I love this shit. I'll go to jail.
Ace Malik literally has no charges on his record.
Yeah, that's because he sings. Does he even do crime? Wait, does
He's
he? I
had
don't
a
know.
million warrants and never been caught. Then,
Oh.
Jack, he's talking about charges. Basically, like they'll be like, "Oh, we're giving you 20 months for this, but 20 months, but they're all consecutive. Like, I'm getting those charges all together. You know what I'm saying? And then I get sent off.
Allegedly.
Oh no, hold on. I never said I got fucked. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Like I've been on the run for a while. Okay, no fucking occurred to me. But
You
you
a
know,
bitch.
Stone
They
has
keep-
one charge.
who?
That's surprising. He's always down first.
It's who, Vinny?
Well, yeah, Vinny falls off the construction site, so you know that's typical for Vinny. He only has one charge.
Mr. K gets fucked more than you guys.
Oh,
I'll put his girl on the record. He gets fucked more than you.
But that's because he likes the spotlight. He's doing
Wait,
the
but I don't
bombing.
think I
I'll
was saying
support the
I
bombing,
get
but I
fucked a
don't do
lot,
the
though.
bombing. You know what I'm saying? I'm
I
just a
don't think I
backup.
said that.
I just support.
Didn't K break out of jail?
Yeah, I don't know who said it, but I wasn't saying it.
No, and listen, I understand, and there's probably a million. The thing is, okay, here's what,
We're
here's
moving
what
the
it is.
goalpost,
The build-up
chat.
is we only see what we do, right? But I'm sure there's a million scenarios where this gang shoots the cops, this gang shoots the cops, this gang does that, this gang does that. We don't know that,
Right.
right? You know that. You have the statistics for that. You see that shit. So you have to, like, it's like, kind of, I'm not asking for empathy, but realize we don't see all that shit. We see what we do and we think, oh, maybe it's not that bad. But I mean, you never know what the fuck's going on the other side, right? Same
That's what I'm
vice
trying
versa.
to give you guys is that so you understand that like I don't want to have to come and just kick down shit in your cubby. The other night, Paris
Oh, I
was
love that.
involved in a traffic stop and had fucking evidence from what we believe was a murder passed to her, and then it was doubled down by Richard. Then they literally drop her off to the cubby where we have him tell us that's where she is and with him. And then we have to go in. Then we have no choice to go into Paris.
Well, I thought to tell you about an illegal meth lab. I thought to tell you about an illegal meth lab.
I mean, you can tell me about an illegal left.
All right.
If you want to.
Oh, sorry, there's a gun.
Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta speak my.
Nah, Zaki misspoke. Zaki misspoke. He didn't mean to say that.
Bro. Chop. I get what Robert's saying. At the end of the day, bro, have a little better initiation. Simple. That's it.
I think everyone's on the same level after this conversation.
It's simple.
Pay attention. We're ready for it.
All the other stuff is just, you know, semantics at that point.
That also added some time to it.
Talking about Suarez.
What do you mean? We just spent like 10 minutes talking about how Zolo's fights, the Keys fights, Curtis's fights, Vinny, and we started going through some hits like 10 extra minutes.
Right on.
Okay. All right.
He wants us to initiate more, chat. That's it.
All right.
Hey.
All right. All right. Take it easy,
Talk to you
Colt.
later.
Talk to you later.
Wait, what's all that stuff on the floor?
Did you drop pots? Let me see.
Basically, it's like, it's like, you know, we'll shoot what we're head faking cops and being like, oh, our cars broke out, and then we just fuck them. But he wants us to initiate more.
I've been there. I've done that.
Yeah,
I've been.
everything.
You know what I mean? It's the same
So-
shit every time. No one
Basic-
understands it from our.
Yeah. Basically, it comes down to he wants us to conversate and express
Right.
what
Which
we're
is
gonna
I mean,
do.
the way he ended the call
But
right there
it's-
is that he just wants us to
That was
give
it.
them a chance and start and act
Yeah.
like it's a fresh slate. Forget the last 2 weeks or whatever's been going on and
Okay.
start with the fresh
I'm,
slate.
I'm
That's what he
coming,
said.
Ricky. Give me a sec.
That's his.
But, like,
that's what he ultimately
these
ended
cops
with.
know what's going
So-
on, bro. Like,
Give me a
I don't know
second,
how
We
man.
they
expressed
do.
that. We told
Come
Colt
on,
that
man.
they pulled us over for sure.
No,
So-
Curtis.
and
I
they
get what
said,
you're
like,
saying, but
said all
cops play dumb in that sense, where they be
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I get what you're saying. Where in a sense, it's like, well, isn't that point of having the advantage? What they have the advantage already,
Yeah,
so
they already
we
have
bring
the
them into an
advantage. Me and
ambush.
Steve were just talking about it.
Because if we pulled up in that train and be like, "Hey, man, we're gonna
Hey, we
shoot
just
you,"
started-
they're just gonna
yeah,
they're gonna
like,
back up and go
okay.
away. It's no point.
And like, no, not only that. You gotta remember, they've got guns on laps. They literally came to our car and said, Everybody,
Yeah.
put your gun on your lap.
Yeah,
That's
Antoine said
4
on the
cars
radio.
all
Yes.
doubled up.
I get
That's
it.
what I'm saying, bro.
what are
Does
we
he not
supposed to
see
do?
this? Does he not see that?
I know,
You what I
but-
mean?
That is crazy.
No, we
It's
told
like
him.
he
We
can't
told him
comprehend
that.
our point of view.
It just comes
I
down
just-
to a cop or two got salty and that's it. And then they probably went and told him and been like, yo,
Yeah, but
that
we
we
don't
were
do that
just
shit.
we would
And it's so
they
fucking
probably
annoying.
they probably just went and told him, yo,
I just
they
don't
were
like the whole
driving and then
weekend squad when K's not around. Like, bro, this
I-
whole
I
like
know
when
it's
K's
crazy.
not around.
Yeah.
Listen,
Bro,
that narrative.
it's
if
so
Keith's
annoying.
not around if K is not around. We can't do this if K is not around. Bro,
K literally does
listen,
crazy ass
At the end of the
shit
day,
all the
bro,
time.
I'm my own guy, entertaining my own people. K brings me in on everything, and yeah, I love K, bro. Like that's what I do with K. It's fucking sick, and I'm
Right.
doing it all the time. I'm not shitting on that. I'm very thankful. At the same time, when he's not around, what am I supposed to do? Just sit? Like I've got to do my own
Exactly.
thing.
That's what
And when
people
I
want
do
us
it,
to
we
do,
get
bro.
penalized. And then when we hang out with him, I'm a this and that, and then I don't even want to call the guy anymore because everyone's shitting on me because oh you don't do anything about K.
hey,
You hold
welcome
K's
to the
pocket.
squad,
You
man.
only
You're
do
damn
this.
if you do, you're damn if you don't.
You know what I mean? So it's like either I'm an ass slick and only do shit with K, or but when I do shit on my own, I'm you get what I'm saying? Like
I just
We
I
all understand.
don't like the narrative where it's like the week. Like, listen, I'm with K. We're with K 5 days out of the week, and we shooting cops. We've been up on them cops. We have warrants for the transport that we got out, and that's like I told Colt. What about when we held up those cops hostage, the kid, and we got gunned down? Oh, like like these cops came. Had multiple conversations with us, gun on lap, talking to us. All right, yo, y'all know what it is. And then all of a sudden, boom, you know?
No, exactly.
Well, we just
They
got to
were
talk
calling it
more,
out.
man. I
Yeah,
guess.
we're just saying- just say more.
I guess we do have to complain more like that.
No. I think we just got to, yeah, bro, I just hate the
Oh, just say
complaining
something
shit.
like we just
I
got to
don't
say
like
more
it
than
either.
the
We never
gas
do
thing
that
before
shit,
we
right?
start shooting.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think that's what it.
Yeah, we just
boils
got
down
to
to.
talk more before we pop off.
You know what? I'm gonna tell him to get ARs. I'm gonna tell him to get set up. Actually, I'm gonna tell him where the ambush is. Fuck it.
I get what Ravage is saying, but I think the way it was brought to him was cops are chasing us, and we just said cars out and started shooting them. So from his perspective, it's like, well, why y'all doing that? He probably doesn't know the whole dialogue that was going on throughout the whole fucking chase. You know what I'm saying?